Hello and welcome to Totally Oblivious. I'm your host, Caleb Perez. I'm here with my co-host, Alex, today, and it's just us today. So, Alex, how are you doing?
Dude, my sinuses just opened all of a sudden. Oh my lord. Oh no, dude, it just got congested. Oh my god.
You smell the dogs.
No. You know a funny thing I learned the other day?
What?
So if you have if one nostril is operating, because fun fact, only one nostril operates at a time. Well, technically the other one does, but it's not constant.
Only one needs to be useful.
Yeah. So apparently you can do this. And both of them work at the same time, and it feels so good. I've been doing it for like the past 4 days now, every so often, and I'm just like, oxygen.
So going pig nose is the optimal solution.
Well, I don't think it's probably good for you long term, but just a
big burst of oxygen into your brain.
Yeah, it just works. It's the thing I've just been doing as of late. It's pretty nice.
You're just like you're in mid-conversation with somebody and you're like,
I did that.
Hold up.
I did that. I literally did that the other day.
Really?
Yeah, I was just halfway through. I'm just like, oh, blah, 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 your relationship problems. Hold up, let me real quick. And I just sniffed. And they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, this is what I do now.
Are you a coke addict in the 1800s?
I'm not Joey D.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to...
speaking about that, I saw the other day, it was a Twitter meme. I think it was literally yesterday or the day before that. It's like, God, to be a late night talk show host able to snort cocaine after a broadcast while it's still like doing the end credits roll, because he's talking to the guest or whatever, and I don't know if it was like a lighter or something to hold it in, but he like flicks it out, lays it on his finger, and just like nonchalantly, yeah, the credits are rolling and shit. I'm all like, nah, man, like that. I know the cocaine, we had some pretty bad cocaine problems in the 80s, but that shit was wild. I was like, that's insane. On live television. Just busting a line out.
The amount of people you can catch doing some crazy stuff on live television is insane.
Yes.
Like, if you really look hard, the amount of people who are either like cracked out high or getting themselves high on television as it's rolling.
It's wild.
It's insane.
I think it's used as a not a mediator, like a relaxer. I think a lot of people use it as. It's like a crutch. I don't have that kind of crutch.
So actually, funny enough, speaking of that, I guess this kind of goes in the topic that I wanted to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
But so have you heard about the interview with Aaron Rodgers and
Joe Rogan?
So
what specifically? What about though?
Well, I guess in specific, what we're talking about right now with he was like telling Joe Rogan about how he was like high at a lot of games, and like they're showing like pictures, and it's like, how could you like looking back on it? You're like, how the heck could you not tell he was high? Like his eyes were like teared and bloodshot. Well, I guess he just played a game, so you wouldn't really expect. But like he just admitted he was.
Yeah, I do that too when I play Halo.
He was high on during that game.
On specifically what?
I cannot remember.
Like, is he smoking the ganja?
It was something that stirred up controversy. I know that for sure. But I know there's another one that I can't remember specifically what drug he was telling Joe Rogan. But I know he was saying another drug that he would take was once like a painkiller. So when he was playing games, he could play games while injured. Which kind of seems...
Only while injured?
Well, I don't know. It was something that nulled pain, which kind of seems a little sketch that he was able to get away with that.
Okay,
so... a lot of players aren't even able to smoke weed. So how can you be able to play...
You want me to give you the answer?
Painkillers.
Want me to give you the answer?
I think I know the answer, but I guess
the old men that run the NFL don't like black people because they run all their NFL teams like they're slave fields. So anything that is remotely black in origin, they don't like. But if it's a painkiller or Advil, take that shit, bud. There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Like,
also, if it was a black player who did it, he'd be suspended for the entire season.
You know what?
And fined.
Twice. They'd spawn camp him.
Because
spawn kill him.
You probably don't know this player, Calvin Ridley for the Falcons.
I think I know this one, right?
He gambled and got suspended for an entire season. The entire 2022
Oh,
2023
yeah,
season.
I saw
he's
this. I saw
gone
this. Yeah.
because he gambled during a game that he wasn't even partaking in. And freaking Deshaun Watson. Do you know about Deshaun Watson?
No, this one I don't.
So Deshaun Watson was the quarterback for the Texans for the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And he got caught in a scandalous scandal where he was, how do I say this in a kind way? He
Fucking some other person's wife.
More or less, he was going to women who weren't willing participants.
Oh, so he...
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it because
Yeah.
I don't want Caleb to make more edits.
So he was doing that. And initially the NFL, guess how...
Pardoned him.
Pretty much, he only had a 6-game suspension.
No fine.
No
charges?
No charges. Just 6 games. But then there was a lot of backlash, and they're like, "We're gonna relook into this case."
No, it's even better now.
And then changed it to an 11-game suspension. But also, he gets to come back on a primetime game where he plays his former team.
So there's hype.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the NFL pretty much said, it's weird because it's an 11 game when they could have made it like a normal number, like a 10 game or a
11.
12
Okay,
game.
I won't lie. As a fan of the number 11, it's my favorite number for really dumb reasons.
Well, yeah, 11's a cool number, but
it's never it's a number that you don't pick.
Exactly.
It's a psychologically speaking, it's 2 number ones. It is not very pleasant to look at, nor does it make sense mathematically in nature. I guess is another way to put it. So yeah, that is very suspicious.
So there's a lot of there's been a lot of grievances in the NFL as of
I just learned the other day too. I asked my brother. Hold up, I gotta double check this because
check your facts.
Hold up, I gotta go to Instagram. I have to go to my messages with my brother. There's Andrew.
What was that?
Oh, it's Kirby nutting. The 08 Florida Gators team.
What about the Gators?
Give me a second while it's loading. I can just name off the players and see what they did. Give it a second. Or your internet's gonna be shit. Remember that guy?
Oh, he looks very familiar.
I don't want to play the video, so it's going through. But basically, the entire 08 Gators team, the college, basically had convicts and murderers. Well, there would be eventually convicts and murderers.
Mhm.
They were not good people. And I just recently learned this, and I asked my brother, he's like, yeah. I'm like, huh. That's scary. I don't know the players exactly. I'm not a big football guy, and the internet's whack here.
Dude, literally, you can't travel to anybody else's house without the internet becoming immediately whack.
It's like there's like an ecosystem, and once the internet senses like there's a random person, no,
we will not function.
no.
Yeah,
And my internet's been kind of slow as of late. I don't know why. Well, no, I'm trying to download something. Other than that, it's been fine.
yeah.
Internet's goofy, bro.
Internet is goofy, but yeah, that's super. It's so crazy how like things
Oh no,
in
my belly was
sports
showing.
go
My confidence.
under the radar for so long, especially when it comes to football. Like, I feel like in the NBA, they take, or like other sports, they kind of take care of things pretty quickly. But in NFL, they like let it seep into the soil of their game, and it like creates a foundation.
I'm telling you, bro. Football. As a guy that doesn't watch the sport but just likes the lore, the NFL is kind of fucked. Really,
it got pretty
really
bad.
fucked.
Yeah,
Because they can't do players can't protest for their own stuff until they get so they lose everything basically, and it's sport. You know what? Okay, this is a good analogy. I wish Fry was here. I think he would agree with this.
Yeah,
Is that sports kind of have the old mindset of the older generation, which is really weird because everybody that usually plays is kind of young.
Mm-hmm.
So having all these old people be like, drugs are bad.
You can't smoke weed at the football game.
That's because those black folk do it. It's just really weird. It's like sports show like the old head. It's okay. You know why? Okay, so here's another thing. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but anytime there's a drug controversy, American politics just fucking spawn in the room every time. I want you to know the last time I remember at least something significant happening was when the NFL, some player did some drug. I can't remember. And all of a sudden, it might have been the MLB, but it could also have been the NFL. But it still happens almost with any American sport, at least one of the popular ones. I said American politicians will just show up and be like, "This is America's pastime. You can't do drugs."
No, there can't be weed involved, even though we show alcohol every 5 seconds. You can't.
And sell it at the stadium.
You can't smoke the weed, even though they have pretty much similar effects.
And it's so goofy. It's just really weird. It's just, yet again, I'm showing this for the Wikipedia just to clarify this for the Metas wiki or the totally oblivious universe.
Just to clarify.
I hate old people because they have dumb ideas like this. It's like, who the fuck cares, dog?
Like, honestly, the worst part is, I guess smoking weed, I could see diminishing their game in the long run because smoke in your lungs is bad. But I mean, if they're like,
I don't think, does weed have that same effect to you or no? I thought that was just cigarette.
Any smoke in your lungs is going to be bad.
Well, then the alternative edibles.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, but if they're eating edibles, then there really should be no problem.
Unless you have anxiety, which that's another thing. But with football players,
here's a question though. Then, if football player has to take like antipsychosis meds or something.
You should not be in the league if you got psychosis. God damn. You got some balls to play. You already have mental issues. You want to start running at somebody at full speed or somebody running at you at full speed weighing 300 pounds?
That still begs the question, though, if you have to take meds like that in that scenario, is that person then...
As long as they make money. That's the only exception to that.
I thought you were going to say as long as they're white. As long as they're white, he's going to be fine.
That too. Yeah. The NFL is just this old world head ideas.
Yeah.
Still lingering.
It's very interesting. Kind of once you kind of start looking at it from like, instead of like a fan perspective, kind of start like looking at like how the players are looking. It's like, it's kind of
you guys are literally gladiator. It is.
They're high paid gladiators.
Yeah.
They're getting paid so much, pretty much just to pummel themselves.
It's really funky. That's another reason as I've gotten older why I don't like sports. It's just like the owners of the team literally, yet again, the key word here, owners of the team. It's kind of fucked because I don't know. It's just the players don't seem to have like.
They don't get a lot of say.
Yeah, which is really, unless you're LeBron.
Unless you're like a LeBron or a Aaron Rodgers or a Tom
Fire that
Brady.
man. Get that man off. I want Russell Davis.
If those people speak, then people will listen. But you have to go through that many years of work and success to be able to get to that point that it's like...
literally lucky spawn. You spawned in.
Pretty much.
Luck.
Pretty much that's Tom Brady's entire story, is he spawned in the league with luck.
Wow. Absolutely insane.
So yeah, it's pretty screwed up.
Yeah, no, I don't like sports. I
think the sports politics are where things get
they're really funky. There's some good interesting like little short documentary YouTube videos, those essays on a lot of like history and stuff on these specific games or specific sports, and you start to realize like, dude, this shit's like it's not. This is dirty. This is dirty.
Yeah.
This is dirty.
Yeah.
People don't watch the sports for sports. This is like your pastime for evil.
Pretty much. When it's funny, this sports analysis guy I like watching on YouTube. He one of the owners in particular for the Dallas Cowboys. He calls them the Emperor Palpatine of the NFL.
Why?
Because he has so much power over even like the commissioner of the NFL that anything he says that like. If anything goes wrong for the Cowboys in a certain season, then the next season that a rule will change to accommodate. what just happened to the Cowboys.
Is there
And
evidence
it happens
for it?
every time.
Really?
Every single year, something will happen. And, like, he literally owns an empire.
Wow.
Especially with how vast the Cowboys fan base is.
How much is the NFL worth? Like, the whole thing.
Ooh, it's a lot.
Isn't it a couple billion? You gotta Google that.
I gotta look at it.
Because that's... I won't even lie, too. Like,
What would that be? NFL Net Worth? NFL Network? I think it's...
I think an accurate way to sum it up is, like, you would have to do every team's individual net worth combined. And then, like, all the... Yeah, I'd say NFL net worth.
Yeah, it's 30 billion.
God damn, that's a lot of zeros.
And let me tell you what the net worth of the Dallas Cowboys is out of that.
Probably like a couple $100 million. Caleb is Googling as at the current moment for the audio listeners. He's still Googling.
No, not network.
He is still Googling. My nose is still congested, by the way. I don't know if you can hear it. Like, I'm have this kind of like weird breathing pattern.
Ooh.
What's happening on screen right now?
$8 billion.
Ching, motherfucker.
One team.
How much
I think they're the number one most valuable team too. $8 billion.
So you know what's funny that you say this now? So he's modifying the rules. When's the last time they went to the Super Bowl?
That's so funny.
He's fucking failing.
The Cowboys are lucky to get to the wild card now.
Wow.
That, like, it's hilarious how, because he manipulates everything he wants, but the Cowboys still don't succeed.
That's the most...
Sorry, Miani.
That's the most comedic, cartoonish evil you've ever seen. Like, that's...
He's literally...
I'm going to manipulate the league. Oh, no, I failed.
He's literally a cartoon villain. Yeah, he's like, yes, $1 billion.
$8 billion.
$8 billion for the Dallas Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl, and we lost in the wild card.
Oh, fucking goddamn it.
Not again. No, Aaron Rodgers is bullying us again.
You know what's another funny thing I saw the other day? So there was somebody was all like, on Twitter, it was, this old NFL intro filled with these football clips. Every single one is a flag or a penalty.
Is it really?
Dude, they are literally, I kid you not. I want you to look up old football clips. They're just throwing each other. They're literally just, it is a fighting game. It is Ryu versus Ken on the field, bro. That's all.
Gosh.
They are literally like, what you can't like, what's what happens when you hold hands together and you like,
I don't know.
I know it's illegal. Like you try to like get them in the gut and they just fling. I don't know what it is. Caleb and Post will probably put it up on screen if you can't remember it. But like,
is it clotheslining?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, clothesline. There was a few clotheslining things. Hitting underneath the legs when they're jumping.
Oh, that's so bad because you can break their leg.
Yeah, and then I think there was one where he just headbutted somebody. And I'm all like, God damn, no, this is some good sports.
This is the good sports when they're killing themselves.
Yeah, no. And they have like the really shitty like one brace helmets.
Oh my gosh.
And they look like they have no padding.
It's so insane how they actually used to play football at such a hazardous level before.
I think that's the better level. That's like Halo 1. It's really fucked. But it's so fun.
What a double standard. Those players need rights, but let's watch them die.
No. So here's my justification for it. You signed off already on this. Let's just full send it. Now it's here. It's a bit different. They always say, "Hey, I want to live."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll back you up on that. You want to have a good time. You want to live till you're past 40 and not pull Muhammad Ali. Back then, they didn't know about this. They full signed it. Fuck it. Let's full send it. That's my justification for it. So.
I guess.
I need to see more clotheslining clips.
I mean, at that point, just watch street football.
I would just watch the street fight instead, but you know.
That too, honestly. That was
some M&A clips or some stuff like that.
MMA is good.
It is.
MMA is very good.
I'm slowly evolving into Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. You're just watching MMA?
I'll watch clips.
You're like that one clip where anytime something crazy happens, you're on the booth. Yep, that's Alex every time.
Every time.
Butter.
Somebody prefer to fucking throw a Hadouken and fucking in the middle of the MMA ring. Like, it's just like, oh damn, Hadouken, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
That shit would be legendary.
As soon as they start throwing ki blasts in fights, then that's when I'm gonna start training.
Oh, for real, bro. How do you do that? Is there a YouTube tutorial on it?
Can you show me how to do that? Kamehameha wave?
Oh my god, those fucking those videos are so stupid.
Gosh.
The Kamama.
Does he say it on purpose?
Yeah, apparently there was
Okay.
he was like, this is how I tricked all of TikTok Fortnite. And it was like, oh wow, you little bitch.
Wow. Because
Anime fans are really reactionary, so
I guess
it works.
he played them. He played them hard.
I have to give it to him.
Give it to him. He played the anime community hard.
And it was fucking funny.
It was.
Because everybody kept on, it became a little trend. Everybody kept on fucking it up.
Kamehameha.
Mama. I'm like, dude, it's not that hard, bro. There's no way you can fuck it up that bad. There's no way. Like, what you pronounce Gallic gun as garlic gun?
Garlic goon.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? You can pronounce Beerus as Bills? What are you, Spanish? Yeah, they still call them Bills, by the way.
Really?
In some Spanish countries. So weird, dude. I remember that period before Battle of Gods came out, and people were still calling him Bills, God of Destruction.
Bills.
And then it became Beerus. I'm like, what the fuck?
Which makes more sense. Everyone in Dragon Ball is named after food.
The Gods of Destruction, the angels are all named after alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Whiskey.
That's pretty hard.
Beerus.
Yeah, that's pretty hard, though. Vados is vodka. What would be your Saiyan name?
My Saiyan name?
Man, what vegetable would you be?
Vegetable? I don't know. Turnip?
I think that's already used.
Yeah, that's turtles, isn't it?
Yes.
No. Turtles is like a lettuce. I just saw this.
His name has been weirdly pronounced over the years. Technically, it's supposed to be pronounced Tullus, but then it became Turtleus for whatever reason.
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. Japanese. It's the Japanese pronunciation.
I know there's a site that randomly generates Saiyan names.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm pretty sure.
I think a fruit that I wonder when they're going to start introducing fruits into Dragon Ball. They almost got the whole food spectrum in there.
They really do.
I can't believe
I think fruits were all of Frieza's army.
Really?
Yeah, there's apple and.
Well,
yeah.
I don't think those are canon names. I think those are just like the placeholders that the game developers and stuff gave them.
Saiyan name generator.
That would make sense though.
Right.
The Saiyans being vegetables, Frieza's armor being fruits, him being the freezer that you need to put them in. Okay, hold up. Now that's a pretty good idea. I just realized that.
Okay. All right. Here is your options. You can be Zuchi, Kalaba, Collar, Talion, Cauliflo, Matilio, Kale. That Kale already exists. Rhoda.
This was a C or a K.
Corey. It's with a K.
Corey in the house?
Corey in the house or Cumber.
That's already used.
Is it already used?
Yeah, Cumber's in Dragon Ball Heroes.
Well, I want to be Sniper.
What the fuck?
It literally says Sniper.
It's Snipar. But the English translation of his name would be like Sniper or something.
Sniper. You can be Potato.
No, please. Give me another role.
I'll give you. Okay, I'm Sniper.
Okay, do it 3 times for me, and then on the third one, give me my name list, and then I'll decide.
You can be Kurg.
No.
You can be Capper.
Capper. Okay, that might be
You
it.
can be Aspera.
Okay, hold on.
You can be Suncho.
No.
I found Colby's. Kohlrab.
Kohlrab.
You can be Elry.
No.
You can be Kale appeared again. You can be Ginger.
So it was Capper. I like Capper.
Yeah, so Alex is Capper. I'm Sniper.
What was the one below Capper though? That one.
Aspera.
Aspera sounds hard too. I might be Aspera.
Aspera's pretty good.
Super Saiyan Aspera.
Capper.
That one was pretty goofy.
But anyways, what I kind of had in mind today to kind of briefly talk about is
white people. Does it involve white people?
Yes, technically.
Wow.
Yes. Everything revolves around white people. Don't you understand?
This is America.
You can't escape. You can't escape, brother.
What are you, fucking Hulk Hogan now?
Hulk Hogan. But no, so football starts next week. And I know you're not the biggest fan of football. But I know something that I think you would like, which
cheerleaders?
is fantasy football. It's exactly... I think it's exactly...
No, it's not. Because fantasy implies wizards and dragons, yet I don't see either of those on the field.
But it involves power scaling.
No, it doesn't. It involves people mathematically putting in formulas to win the DraftKings, whatever, on those ads, and it's funny every time. Did you know this?
Think of a different fantasy football than what I'm thinking of. DraftKings is something completely different,
or whatever. Am I thinking of the I can't say that word on here, of the P-Hub ad? Because I think there is one similar to that.
Draft your favorite stars here.
Bro, I know me and Khalifa going hard.
Make the greatest sex scene of all time. Whoever sex scene's the best wins.
What is this, a fucking tournament of power?
I don't know. This is your fantasy.
Sounds like a bad hentai. Oh my lord. I don't know. Anyway, back to whatever you're talking about.
But no, I really think you'd like fantasy football. Because not only does it get you kind of into the sport, but it brings it on a level that you never really think about it any other way.
See, I would agree to that, but I'm going to be honest. No. Just no. I really do not like fantasy football because I see what my brother and my dad do. And it's like gambling, honestly, but it's not fun gambling. You're just gambling on players that aren't. I know my brother would argue like, oh, but they typically are trying to do the best in their division, blah blah blah. But it's all like, yeah, but what if they're just slightly depressed that day and I don't get those 2 extra points?
That's what's fun about it.
Fuck no, I'd rather play like poker or something where it's all me and I have to be like, I have to draw this card next Yugi.
See, that's why I like playing free fantasy football though, where it's just all for fun. You don't get money. It's just you're looking at your
glory.
You're looking bragging rights in a trophy like that.
Yeah, and it says on the trophy, Caleb Seppuku Bomb Perez.
So the reason that it's Seppuku Bomb is, I don't know if you can say this on the podcast, but it used to be Suicide Bomb. But the site wouldn't let Colby put suicide as a
It sounds like
word.
a really edgy band from the early 2000s.
The Suicide Bomb?
Suicide Bomb. Or like a British band. That's more of a British
Do you want to know the lore behind the Suicide Bomb?
What if I were to say no?
I'd be kind of sad.
Sure, go ahead.
So every year for fantasy, I have this thing. It's kind of a thing that spread throughout my life now outside of fantasy. But
gambling addiction.
I have a very... No. Maybe. But I have a very bad luck with things that I root for dying.
This is a trend I've seen in person.
So if every year my fantasy
So wait, does that mean you don't root for your relationship with Val so it doesn't crumble and fall?
Honestly, I probably should. Oh man, this relationship's never gonna work. It works.
Happy 1-year anniversary, by the way.
Thanks, man. Thank you. But yeah, so every year I kind of have this. I had this trend going for a while where I'd always draft the quarterback who lost the previous Super Bowl, and I just draft like normal, just draft whatever players. But every time at the start of the year, half my team gets injured, and the quarterback I drafted goes on a downward spiral. Like I drafted Matt Ryan after the Super Bowl, that last Super Bowl he went to. That entire team plummeted, and you never saw them come out of the light again. I draft Tom Brady, loses to the Eagles. I draft. Who else did I draft? I drafted Jared Goff. Now he's gone. He got exiled from his own team.
Okay.
Just last year, I draft Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the league by far at that time.
Dies.
Literally, I destroyed his family life. Did you not hear about what happened last year with Patrick Mahomes?
No.
So
yeah, unfair.
So I draft Patrick Mahomes, saying, "Oh, this poor fool, he's gonna have a terrible season." Literally, it's like week 2, and they're doing like a memorial service for a player that died, and his brother becomes a TikTok star and starts dancing on this guy's memorial. And from that moment, his entire family goes insane and is like jeopardizing his entire NFL career.
Is there lore behind this? Why was he dancing on his grave? Did he hate him? Is he on that hater shit? He wakes up early every Monday morning to hate more?
Literally, I swear, don't NFL fans, don't come after me. But I think it's me. As soon as I draft somebody, the universe like takes control, like a puppeteer comes out and is like, I'm gonna mess with this man.
It's your stand ability. It activates even on you.
Honestly, it might be my stand ability. I don't know. I draft a guy and his life falls apart.
My stand ability is me trying to remember something that happened a few moments ago, and I'm like, did that already happen?
And like Patrick Mahomes, every other year had great season. The Chiefs were falling apart up until like almost the end of the season when they finally came back. But even then, Patrick Mahomes is scoring way lower than quarterbacks on a far lesser threshold than him. And it's like, there's no coincidence behind that it's always the quarterback I choose that something bad happens to. And now I drafted Joe Burrow.
He's going to die.
Joe Burrow's dead. I remember when the Bengals were playing the Titans in the playoffs, I jokingly said, I said the Eddie Brock line from Spider-Man 3. God, I need you to kill Spider-Man.
I need you to kill Spider-Man.
I need you to kill Joe Burrow.
I need you to do it fast.
And then God gave him the symbiote. Now God gave me Joe Burrow.
You're part of the Venom community that says symbiote, and I don't like that. It's symbiote, not ot. Where are you getting the ot from?
I don't care.
You should care.
I don't care.
All right, you poncho loving weirdo.
You say that, but you like the poncho.
I know. I need one. I do
poncho. Get a poncho.
Where'd you get that one from?
It's on Amazon. There's like it's a place on Amazon that's like centralized in like Africa or something.
What the fuck are Africans doing with ponchos? That's not optimal. I think.
Don't know.
Well, the Mexicans did it, and they had.
Let's see. I know I have the tag still.
Why do you still have the tag?
Good. Oh wait, it's on my neck. It's on my nape. Gamboa.
Gamboa?
That's what it's called. Sponsor us.
Okay.
Sponsor.
I'm fine with that. Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored yet.
We have made zero money on this podcast.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. My fantasy football.
Football has always
travails.
Has always been a little bit quirky with me.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna switch gears and say, since we're at your house and we usually do spooky shit here.
Oh yeah, you can.
You want me to?
Oh man, if I knew you had a spooky story, I just spent all last night working on a soundbite for the spooky stories, and I didn't put it on the Roadcaster.
You can just put it in.
I'll put it in post, but
don't make it too loud though. Just make it ambient. Well, it was just something I saw on Instagram. So, what was this?
All right, give a slight pause, and we'll pretend like it's playing. This world is shrouded in mystery.
Yeah, I saw that Bigfoot. He was yay high with a buzz cut and some dingleberries.
And the unexplained. I know for certain that a poltergeist had something to do with my wife's death, even though she did have it coming. I'm here to tell you, no, it's not. Well, Bigfoot is either fake or a coward, and for his sake, he better be fake. How is it that people continue to report paranormal experiences, but never have any substantial proof? Sarah Johnson, if you're the demon haunting this house, you have my full permission to kill me. I'll tell you why. I'll show you why. These things aren't real. And then
I was trying to remember what I was.
Guess your reaction. So while you're remembering,
anyway, I don't know. Maybe we can use that in the thumbnail, unless we do pictures. So unless you're gonna cut some stuff out and probably put this closer to the front, just depending on how you want to cut this. So this was, I want to say maybe like 3 days ago.
Okay.
And I was at work scrolling on my phone because I don't like the man. I'm a rebel against the system.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm scrolling on my phone, and thanks to the Instagram Reels, because I don't use TikTok, a video spawns on the Reels, and the video was of a alt girl. Basically, the metal, the design. We know what I mean. Not alt as in alt-right. Just to clarify. And she's with her brother, and she's in some type of I think porch, it looks like. And the text to the left of her, it's just random off to the side, says vaguely along these lines, I don't remember exactly. For the past few nights, we've been hearing something say "help me" consistently. And it's Skinwalker.
Is this in their? This is at their house? Or?
Yes,
Oh,
and she says
okay.
it's every night this is happening. And I kind of scroll through it. I was like, oh damn! And the first time I didn't hear it, I'm like, this just sounds like, it mostly sounds like crickets chirping, crickets chirping. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. And in the background it's really loud. But eventually I listened to it on the second go. I'm like, damn, that's pretty clear and consistent.
That's scary.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. And like she gets a few like audio recordings of it because she's determined to find this. And I'm like, damn, that's some pretty good evidence. That's better than any 4chan thread I've been on in a fat bit. And it's not, and it sounds like that classic like, oh me, kind of like the moan, but like how it sounded twice, and the stories of how it goes and how their skinwalkers can't like make tones, like differential like tones of pain. It just sounded consistent. And from how both of them sounded, this sounded like it was, I know we gotta take a grain of salt with these things, and I know.
Yeah,
but it sounded like they were pretty like, dude, this is getting fucking annoying kind of like vibe to it. And I'm like, okay, this has my intrigue.
Where it's like the point past them being scared that
it's like, dude,
it's authentic, that they're like, okay, now I just need to know what this is, because what the heck is happening
this
every
is
night.
annoying, bro. It's pretty cool.
Isn't it weird how since TikTok came out that it seems like a lot more like authentic scary stuff seems to be flowing? I always crap on
I think we're
TikTok.
just a new age, a new this happens pretty consistently with decades. There's a clear point after World War II, I would like to say. This is probably just due to documentation, where every time during a decade there's just this wave of horror genre that shows up for whatever reason. You can see this throughout all of it. When comics were around,
the
stories
horror
like
comics
that.
after World War II,
and then like just
the
UFO
horror
stories
movies in the 80s.
Yes, there's this wave of it, and I think during the early 2000s, thanks to the internet, it kind of was a new way of telling campfire songs, is the way I would
Campfire
describe
stories, like the creepy
I know.
pastas.
I'd say songs. Like it's like there's almost this dramatic telling of it, like if it was like a ballad, not like a story. Like because I don't lie, there's some people on the fucking internet who write like a fucking good, like, damn, what's gonna happen on the next sentence? Oh shit,
God.
kind of sentence.
Yeah, that's for sure. I sorry to cut you off, but I know there's a Scary Stories podcast I like listening to. It's the same one your brother listens to. I can't remember what it's called.
Andrew listens to Scary Story podcast?
Yeah, it was on his feed. The Dr. Sleep.
Oh, actually,
Dr. No Sleep. Dr. No Sleep. But yeah, that one has a lot of like cringy, like weird stories, but it's like it has a lot of like pretty good ones though too.
Yeah, there's a few. It's a common trend you see pretty often. I think the creepypastas, they've kind of become more of a meme as time gone on. But I think thanks to the whole horror element that's kind of surrounded the internet. The internet does like its good horror story. Thanks to YouTube and all that stuff. But you genuinely see some like more intrigue in that type of stuff, and I think people are more knowledgeable about certain topics. That when something could possibly be real and just shows up, it's pretty good. And also, I came up with a hypothesis the other day. So, the whole idea that the universe is infinite, any molecule is theoretically possible to exist and can so forth duplicate itself.
Yeah.
Kind of idea.
Yeah.
So, if that's the case, and anything and everything is possible depending on your multiverse theory, as there is a few. Technically, doesn't that mean that a skinwalker could exist?
Well, yeah.
Even though, like, oh, it's just a fairy tale. But, like, scientifically speaking, it could exist.
There's...
Does that sound like a dumb idea or no?
If you believe in the multiverse, then Pokemon exists too. So
that's fucking wild.
There's a universe where Pokemon are real. So really, they say the sky's the limit, and that I believe that's true. Anything's possible.
I think there are certain limits, like multiversal entities, that kind of the whole shtick, because it's just how it works. We don't have the finite details, but it's just something I was thinking about. I'm like. Yeah, I was just thinking about it after watching that video. I'm like, yeah, these people are clearly in distress. They're kind of annoyed at this thing just saying, help me every night. It's just like, okay. I'm like, just using my brain and my internet knowledge and just figuring out, but like, what if? And that what if is like, dude, like, what if? Like hypothetically right now, off screen you can't tell, but there's Caleb's house is funky and there's mirrors on the bottom level of a house. But like one day, in that middle window, Caleb, if you were to dare to imagine with me, some fucking naked man, cracked out of his mind, was staring to you through the screen. You think that would be a little bit weird, a little bit suspicious?
I mean, I don't.
Or like some random animal spawns in. It's just.
I don't know what person wouldn't find that odd at first.
This is Greg.
I mean, that's Greg. He's my neighbor. He likes coming over naked and staring in the window.
Yeah, this is part of his pastime.
Part of his pastime. We just grew to accept it.
Sounds like a Family Guy bit. Cut away to a horse.
He crawls in like a cryptid dude, like
he makes the weird sound.
He's like, "What you guys are watching?" And we're like, "Hey, Greg, we're just watching
a beer. No, I'm
watching season 6 of Rick and Morty. You want to join?"
No thanks. Gotta make my rounds. I'll catch you next time.
What the fuck's in here? What is this?
Oh, gross. Baby milk.
I just found that.
Fermenting baby milk. Gross.
We found cheese.
Gross.
What else is also?
What else is in the couch?
We started talking about random bullshit, and it spawned like that right there. That proves multiverse theory is possible.
What is that?
Is this a Goosebumps episode?
Is that a cap? A milk cap?
What's down there, Caleb?
What
the fuck? Why'd you put it closer to me?
It's just a cap.
What the fuck?
Oh my! Whoa, this is the most interesting part of the episode.
Yeah,
what's in the couch?
What is in the couch? I think there's an M&M or Skittle down there.
I just figured out the name of the podcast.
The couch episode.
The mystery of the couch.
What is this? It's a fucking mystery box?
What is that?
What
am I touching?
Pee-pee? What are you grabbing? What is down there? What are you fucking pulling Mjolnir out? What are you grabbing? What's in there? Oh, it's a ball.
It's a giant marble.
Huh.
What on earth?
What is this, one of the fucking dragon
Where did
balls?
that even come from?
Is this a gateway to the multiverse?
I've never seen that before in my life.
What the fuck?
Hey, there's a Jolly Rancher.
Jesus Christ.
Here's an M&M. Do you want it? Couch M&M.
How old is it?
Only God knows.
I don't test his might. Jeez, man. No, it's yeah. Spooky stuff is always interesting me. I always like bringing it up on the podcast just because it's just fascinating. If we just wanted to cut to that, but I don't know. You got any spooky things? Anything happened lately? Friend and family come over? Demons?
Honestly,
there was a demon video too. I just kept on scrolling. That popped up too.
Honestly, for me, not really. Nothing spooky has come up. I constantly search for spooky things, and
no, the only
never
time it's
comes
good
around.
when it spawns in. You can't look for it.
That is true. But yeah, honestly,
Nothing on that board. Not until Halloween.
here's the logic I like to use behind it. It's either they're cowards and they're afraid of me, or they're not real.
Or the FBI is just really doing a good job.
The FBI's doing a good job. Oh, I thought you threw it back down there. I was like, what'd you do? Don't.
Why? We'll just ferment. That fermenting milk got me rolling though.
That's
What the fuck is that?
How did?
I blame your mother.
Gosh dang it, Mariah.
Was it cheese? Can you double check if it was cheese?
Oh, it's becoming mozzarella. I'll tell you that.
Jesus.
Human mozzarella.
I don't know if you're going to be highly interested. This kind of brings back to our video game topic with Colton.
Okay.
343 fucking sucks dick.
Dude.
What the fuck is happening?
That is so true.
Dog,
What just happened?
Do you want me to explain it to them?
Yeah, go ahead and explain that.
So, if you don't know, hold up, let me fix my pants. So, if you don't know, I am a pretty big Halo fan. I think Halo, Destiny, and Elder Scrolls and Assassin's Creed were my video games when I was younger. Due to lore, just how the story was in general. 343 took over Halo around after Bungie left, after Reach, and they started Halo 4. Over the years, they have butchered, I think would be the correct term, Halo. Slowly. Halo 4, I'll give it a pass. Halo 5, in terms of story, kind of ass. The gameplay, though, wasn't that bad. A little bit sweaty, but it wasn't crazy.
It had a strong online presence for a while, but the problem was, I think,
everything else sucked dick.
Playing, like, with people that you just wanted to play with wasn't always easy.
Yeah, that was bad. No Forge. Right? No, they had Forge, but no co-op. And just slowly, they started removing features.
Removing the fun features.
Yeah, so... With Halo Infinite, the game is, I wouldn't even say bare bones. I don't even think it has
it's literally just like, here's a Halo game with none of
just the multiplayer
you
and
get,
the story. That's it.
Multiplayer and story and all the stuff that made Halo
gone. Ripped. It is literally just an FPS, and you're just able to move around.
It's an FPS. It's a good FPS, I'll say that.
Yes, gameplay wise, I'll play Infinite for maybe 2 or 3 games.
We were even contemplating playing it again the other day, but it's like,
oh, I did, and I was just like, dude, I'm so angry that this shit. Okay, so this is the problem.
We'll get into it.
Is that basically Halo Infinite doesn't even have
the basic fun stuff that
no, not even fun stuff. Basic fundamentals of any multiplayer game. Like, for example, XP. Okay, how does that work? Oh, maybe a headshot counts for this much, or earning this medal counts for this much. No, you don't get any of that. You just get some basic reward universally between both teams, winning or losing, and you get X amount of XP, and that's it. That's all you get. Call of Duty in 2007 had this down. Halo had this down in 2007. Theirs was a little bit different. They wanted to make it a little bit harder for people to achieve things because they didn't have a very large suave stuff to unlock, but it was still there. But they made it more difficult, but it was still fun to achieve it. But I don't know how 343. Oh, I know how, but it's just like, dog. They don't even have basic fundamentals with multiplayer games universally.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they just strip so much away, and it's just taking so long to add things. Now, the reasons why it's probably taking this long is on top of them making a completely new gaming engine, which takes years to do, mind you, and trying to develop a game while making a gaming engine is literally asinine and crazy, I'd like to add, is extremely hard. But on top of that, 343 also doesn't have workers per se. They have freelancers that work for about 2 years, and they just recycle them out like they're ammo in a gun, basically. And using that analogy, they are missing it completely. It is really bad. I would like to say it is just terrible what they've done to Halo.
Oh yeah.
Because even with 4 and 5, shit was done. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why they needed to update the fucking engine or change it, because Halo 5 looks good. I would like to say visually, the art style wise, it's a bit goofy, but you still could have used it if it was going to be this big of a problem. And it took them 6 years to give us a rib cage. Not even the full skeleton. It's not. It's barely breathing.
We literally have the bare minimum to make it a
a game.
playable game.
Yeah, it is. It is really and there's one day there's probably going to be a YouTube documentary on it or something, how it goes in depth. But from what it looks like, 343 is being mismanaged. They need to have actual workers working full time on this game. It doesn't look like that. It seems the majority of it is freelance, and there's just basic things that are just being put in slowly that should have been there on launch, like bare and to a degree, it probably was there, but they probably decided to go free to play, and it completely fucked up their system. I can guarantee you, somebody's probably looked at the code. You can probably, I don't even know if you could even do that. You can look into the code of the game, and there's probably some assets and stuff that probably at least allude to there being probably like a regular progression system. But it's just really bad. Like it's very sad to see where it's really gone. And I'm an optimist, because I know what I'd do with a Halo game. If I had that many years to develop it, and they said, "Hey, let's make a new gaming engine," and I knew what that entails, I would have gotten a whole independent team to do that for me, strategically speaking, and I would have just gotten all the prep before that, and just develop the game eventually like that. Or I would have probably been making a new engine at the tail end of Halo 5. But from how this management has been going, it doesn't seem like that. So it's sad. It's really fucking sad, dude. Like me and Caleb, though, we played Reach together. We've had our enjoyment with Halo. It's not good. It really isn't. I mean, and they canceled co-op, even though it works.
Taking away one of the base things that made Halo such like a easy to get into experience, the couch split screen co-op on campaign. That's where I spent most of my time playing Halo.
That's the only way I did it, because I didn't have an Xbox.
Yeah. But just me and my brother going through the entire Master Chief line, 1 through 3, split screen. Such a good experience. And to take that away from Halo just seems... It's just disheartening.
Oh, yeah. And the funny thing is, people say, oh, but eventually Bungie fell off, right? So I was talking to my friend the other day. Literally yesterday.
Is this bringing up Destiny?
I'm bringing up Destiny. And I remember when Destiny came out. I would say Destiny is also part of that those 5 games I mentioned. It's the 5th one.
Yeah. Destiny
in my early teenage years was the game. Gay? I said gay. Game. For me. I think I fucked up on my words. It was the game for me.
It was the game.
And it was, even though a lot of people ridiculed that game, I think Destiny was one of the first internet was, that weird time when the internet finally got really hypercritical. I think Destiny was one of the first games that got the brunt of that. And just like 343, Bungie had problems. Their writer literally left and took his work with him, so they literally had nothing and had to what they had in that time. They had to scrape up something like, oh shit, here's all this. So with them, there is actual lore for them. With 343, it just looks like their team just sucks. But with Denji, it's like, oh fuck, or Bungie, it was like, oh fuck, we have to make something up real quick. And they tried to do their best. The gameplay was a little bit repetitive, but it's always been a grind shooter from the start. And what slowly started happening with Destiny is, over time, it got really good. From the looks of it. And my brother's given his criticisms about it on some certain things. I haven't been in the full loop, but my homie Zypher has been telling me, he's like, nah, bro, it's like, I described Destiny as a bad ex, going back every once in a while trying to hit it up, but it's all like, he's like, nah, bro, it's like a bad ex you didn't know you broke up with, because it's like, it's good. Like the game, Destiny's always been a good game. Story-wise, ass. Gameplay-wise, though, and lore-wise, dude, it's always been fun and interesting. Like Bungie literally made a comeback with that game, and I think it's still one of the most popular games on Steam.
Yeah, I
going free to play.
I know a lot of people go back and play Destiny.
Yeah, I saw a couple of my homies playing it, and I think I might have to get back into it and grind it out. I got to download it when I get back home because I don't have it and stuff. But it's just Bungie knows how to do it, and I'm kind of excited. They're making a new IP, so I'm interested in what they're going to do with that. But it's been a while. I'm expecting at least a couple more years till they come out with something. But it's just Bungie became well off. They got a banger on their hands. They got like a really 7 out of 10 banger that just did well for whatever reason.
Sometimes you only ever really need maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10
To like make millions. Like it's like Fortnite. Literally just building.
Fortnite's literally maybe a 6 out of 10 game.
And then it's made millions.
But the things that they've accomplished with it
Is
make
insane.
it
Yeah.
like beloved.
It's so weird to me that they were able to do. They fucked up and they were still able to make two 6 out of 7 out of 10 games and just make a fuck ton of money out of it, and were able to succeed. And I just see 343 just trying to. I don't know. Do they not have a budget? Like, I don't. I don't know how Microsoft has not seen the writing on the wall. They could pull an Obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bethesda's working on on Elder Scrolls 5 right now. Make New Vegas. I can guarantee you that if you got there's a few people in the modding community that made a Halo El Dorado or El Dorito, and it's one of the most crazy ass Halo mods ever. And it's so good. I think, Caleb, you need to look it up in your spare time. Like the Forge it's all based off of Halo 3. The Forge is insane.
Halo 3, my favorite one.
Really, is Halo 3 your favorite?
I love Halo 3.
I'm a Reach guy, but I do like me some Halo 3 sniping. But they modified the Forge. It's probably the best Forge, unironically. Thanks to mods and stuff. Their customization's good. Their UI is pretty good. It's really funky how a modding team was like, hey, look at all these bare basic ideas that we've built off of Halo 3. It's like, what if you were to get those guys, or just like a half decent team that was like, no, we could do a Halo game. Look at our catalog, and 343 sees this. Like, you can still use or Microsoft and see that, but you can still use 343 as they've always been that secondary company to help.
Yeah.
That's what they are. You're literally making a secondary company make a major project that, mathematically, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So it's just like you need that figurehead. You need that Santa Monica studio fire to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm using the God of War example, but it just sucks that I see Chief and I'm like, dude, I want to experience the story more with you and friends. Yeah. And I want memories, dude. I don't want to be me in my room
just by yourself.
I'm like, where's my home? Bro, I remember when that game came out week 1 and I was playing with homies and there was no fire. There was nothing. I was so pissed, dude. So fucking pissed.
I really, honestly, like I said though, for me with Halo Infinite, is I hadn't played a Halo multiplayer game in a long time, and being online when everyone was first starting out was like, this is fun, and then everybody stopped playing.
Because there's nothing. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. That's why you play MCC. MCC, unironically, has a smaller team working on it, and it's doing better.
It has Jurassic Park cars.
Yes, it does. It's funny.
So hilarious.
And then they added Gundam mod. Like, they're having fun with it. I know some people are really like stingy, but I'm like, this isn't Halo. This isn't how the armors works. And what I say to you is, shut the fuck up, you
Shut
loser.
up. We're having fun.
Fuck you.
They're literally that meme that, this isn't Halo, right? Look, that's not how the armor works.
That's not how the armor works.
Stop having fun.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
There's
always people like that.
And I think they're cool, but Halo MCC is good. It's really good. It looks good. It plays good. I don't do with me. I've probably crashed maybe like twice in like the some odd years I've had it, but it really blows, man.
Yeah.
And the bad thing too is Halo Infinite plays good.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
While 343 really, for whatever reason, this is probably a big reason too why it's kind of crumbled, is they want to go competitive with it, but Halo hasn't been really competitive in a long time. Probably ever since like Halo Reach, or I'd probably even say before that Halo 3 is probably when they're in their heyday. Halo's never been competitive, no matter the way you look at it. There's never been like a grand scene with it like COD or like Street Fighter or something like that. It's always been casual. Its literal building foundation was being casual, said by Bungie devs. While I think some devs say some goofy shit like, you shouldn't have keychains on your guns. Fuck you. I like my little goofy ass keychain on my gun, bitch. But it's all like, but you are right when they're like, yo, this game is too competitive. It should be a little bit more fun. And I do agree with that. And it's just like 343's heart is kind of in the right place. They want to make a good game, but it just seems like certain individuals just don't know what they're doing. And I feel like that fucking sucks. It really honestly does. I'm disappointed. I'd say that. It's not like, that feeling when you have when your dad says, I'm not bad, I'm disappointed. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But I feel like the father. It's just sad seeing Halo just devolve into that. And the bad thing is too, the Halo Infinite story is really good too. I played it.
I haven't got the chance to play because I was waiting for couch co-op.
There's gonna be network co-op and not couch.
Yeah.
So if you want, we can do that eventually when it spawns in. But it's just it fucking blows, dude. It really does. And I'm so angry. Like, dude, Microsoft needs to do. If there's gonna be another Halo game.
Yeah.
I beg of Microsoft. This is one of the pillars of gaming here. There needs to be like a how in some video games it's all like it's been 10,000 years since this random area you're gonna use as a base needs some modifications. That's what Halo's becoming. I beg of Microsoft to get some like indie developer studio that just has the passion for it and like, yeah, we know how the original game was. We're gonna make it really fun. We see the Twitter comments and stuff. We're gonna make the game really
know
casual.
Exactly what we need to do,
and we know the basics. I pray the El Dorado team team just spawns in and it's just like this beacon of glory on top. I'm such an optimist, dude. I really am, but I just want to see the game playable. I want to see basic features and I want to see medals. I want to see. It's just I don't know, man. It just sucks. I feel so sad. I'm depressed now.
We can always have hope, but do that. We're gonna come back full circle to a kind of to what I was initially talking about with football. But here's a franchise that will never ever have hope in their life of regaining greatness is the Madden games or sports games pretty much in general at this point.
Yeah, no, those are just cash grabs.
Yeah, have you seen the new Madden? How like some of the gameplay clips?
No, but my brother keeps on fucking getting them.
Does he?
Why does he for free? For free. He somehow
gets it for free.
He somehow manages to get them for free.
Because good lord, how do you make the same game 20 years in a row? But
not the same. There were some differences in the older ones. The older ones are good.
The older ones were more fun.
Yes, like after like 2012, it's just ass.
Like it's insane. Like the most recent Madden that just came out. Literally, there's a point. Colby sent me the TikTok. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick.
Oh, I got the marble.
Pretty much, in the game, they fumble the ball. And all the AI just bugs out, and the ball just like
despawns.
Pretty much just despawns. Oh, this is for you. I'll show you this after the podcast.
I don't like this.
I don't like.
Why does my personality just horny? I don't like to be horny. Let me see.
Hello. There you go.
And how about this, a fake?
Like.
I don't.
How does it get? How do you?
I don't get it.
How do you, as a developing team, screw up so bad on a game you've been making for so long?
I don't get it, dude. Like, I know times are difficult in the USA, and some people just I feel like at one point everything kind of boils over for universally, and you just struggle. But in terms of Madden. It shouldn't be. The basic ideas shouldn't be that hard.
When you're literally just making a football game where they perfected it back on the GameCube.
Yeah. GameCube
era football games were peak, and somehow you butcher it in the year 2022.
I don't.
20 years later, your game has somehow gotten
what this
borderline unplayable.
Couch co-op. Couch co-op. Because that's what it is, dude. I'm just like I'm just so sad, dude. Like gaming kind of sucks nowadays. I stopped gaming. You know what my brother and friends do? They literally play the most they still play their Valorants and stuff, but I see my brother play with his games, if I were to look at like a timeline of his game, it's just sports games now. There's genuinely
That's very
like,
depressing.
yeah, it's just super depressing. Like with me, I'll probably hop on. I just been playing MCC for a while, and I hope with my homie Zypher and playing these games and stuff, I hope Destiny really revives it with me, because that was one of my first games. I was like, dude, like this game is really repetitive, but it's really fun with friends. And I have Discords and I got homies and stuff, but it's just all like, it blows. It really does. Yeah. I don't know. With certain developers, they just kind of suck. I that's why I really liked Elden Ring, bro. It just fucking hit.
I've been having just fun with fighting games as of lately.
I'm waiting for Street Fighter 6 to come out, dude.
Street Fighter 6 is gonna bang. Multiverses has been banging.
I haven't played Multiverses in a bit, but my Harley was pretty cracked.
It's fun. It's still fun.
Yeah.
I got the new, or not. I guess it's not really new. It's a remaster, but the JoJo's All Star.
I can't play that game. The netcode's ass. I can't.
I haven't had trouble with the netcode so far.
It's off and on depending on your region, but
Is it not rollback?
It's not rollback. It's delay based.
I swore they said it was rollback, but
that's fighters. Fighters got
fighters, so
it's good. Just I'm like, dude, really? If it had rollback, I'd be playing it right.
Really, at this point, fighting games are really what I've been.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it. I'm still waiting for whatever NetherRealm Studios got.
Dope.
Because I don't know, they got like a Marvel DC thing happening. They were kind of brewing that shit. So I'm waiting on that.
I want Marvel vs. Capcom to come back though.
That shit ain't ever coming back, dog.
It's coming. I know it is.
If I see
the Messiah Maximilian dude says it's coming back.
If it were to, if I will, you will be able to hear me scream if I hear Capcom presents Marvel. I will fucking scream. My whole household will shake. I'll be like, no fucking way, no fucking way.
It will beat the Pichu reveal.
Oh my god, I'd scream.
Like literally,
like, and it says Capcom and Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
It would be Majin Vegeta blowing himself up.
Dude, I would scream, dude. I would scream.
Oh,
just hearing Capcom presents Marvel Capcom. I would scream.
And then seeing Spider-Man.
And it's 3v3, dude. I would. Oh my lord.
Bring back the X-Men.
God, it would be so cool.
I'd actually have Capcom characters in this.
I know what my team would be. It would definitely be Doom, because I have to have MF Doom on that.
MF
Doom. I know. Magneto's kind of always been off and on with me. I'd probably go Ryu. It's always good to have a thing like that. I've always liked Sentinel, but I don't think they'd probably add him back. I think they'll probably most likely be more MCU characters.
Yeah,
because thanks to that. So
I always liked Dormammu in Marvel.
Dormammu was cool. I don't know. The Capcom Dante, I would definitely be. My team is just optimal. Dante, Magneto, Virgil. That's what my team would be.
I think that's just all the pros.
I think it's Sentinel, Doom, and then
it's some combination of
those three. You have to at least have one of those three on your team. But I think that would probably be my team. It would be definitely Dante, Doom, and probably Wolverine.
Oh, you know what? I should have checked this yesterday. But pre-orders are out for a Marvel 2 cabinet.
Did you get that? I know you got your cabinet in your.
That's not Marvel 2 though.
It's just Marvel versus X-Fighter or X-Men.
Yeah,
or Capcom versus X-Men. It's just, man, bro, modern gaming sucks.
Yeah, apparently the new Sonic's a banger though.
Oh, that's what I've been hearing. I think I might cop it. I want to hear your opinion on it first, though.
I definitely, from what I've seen so far, it looks like it's actually like fun to play. Unlike
and then IGN just smeared its reputation, but they've never liked Sonic though.
IGN is so bad.
I know. It's just like, oh, everybody saw the first gameplay. This is ass. Sega, no, this is the actual gameplay and reveal. Oh, this doesn't look bad. What the fuck's wrong with that?
Sega,
it's really weird.
Gameplay trailer, and it looks nothing like what they just showed. I know,
it's really funky. I hope it does good though.
Yeah, I hope so too. Sonic's
been needing a comeback. Sonic's been needing a banger.
The classic games have been pretty good that they've been making, but Sonic needs a
really good
major game.
I think you know what a topic we can talk about. It's a kind of a weird gaming one. It's a philosophy one. Do you think when a game studio goes open world, that franchise dies, or no? Because that's
No,
what I've been seeing
I
as of
wouldn't
late.
say so, because just look at every single Nintendo franchise went pretty much open world, and they're still banging. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is one of the most beloved games on the Switch, and they're still making Zelda games. They're making a sequel to that one.
No, so what the idea was that with that is like, it's a really weird thing. It's an opinion that I slowly been seeing where it's kind of just crop up, but it's all like, once a game goes open world, they can't like go back because there's like this like brevity to it. Linear gameplay, as I don't know why, because people were like, well, linear gameplay is bad. I'm like, no, I do like me just going story by story. Like I did that with Halo MCC. It worked. I went through literally Reach through 4, and it worked. I was like, damn,
Yes.
Chief going dummy right now with the CE pistol, one-shotting the hunters. I'm like, this shit go crazy. But I'm all like, yeah, it's that's one I've been seeing a lot. I don't know why.
I
It's
think
just like people just have this.
people need to get it out of their head that a certain circumstance happening means that anytime that circumstance happens, that
It's bad.
it's bad. Because
People are really negative.
it's really just how you execute.
Yeah.
This is just with creative projects in general. However you execute it is whether or not it's going to succeed.
Definitely. I think
Because like you could make
Demons.
like Thor Ragnarok, or not Ragnarok, Love and Thunder. Have you seen it yet?
No, wait until it comes out later this
I think it's
week.
this week, yeah. But so that movie I think is an example, because a lot of people hate on it, but I think it's getting a lot of hate for something that's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
I think people are just burnt and MCU burnt out, and
is
it's just so. This is another thing too. If you want, we can talk about this. Is when something's negative,
Mhm.
people will only point out the negatives,
Yes.
and it'll take years before anybody says, "Hey, but I do like the colors, though." And
yeah,
then
this is a fun movie.
and then
but
it slowly turns around
Mhm.
like that. It's kind of like
happens every time.
every time.
It's something
Or
that has
the opposite happens where somebody says, this movie's kind of fucking ass. And then it just kind of, it happens. It's slowly happening with Spider-Man No Way Home.
yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
That it's coming up. I think it's just an internet thing. As soon
Yeah.
as one person with
A certain following.
with a certain following says
It's
something,
ass. It just
that
slowly
everyone's like,
spreads.
yeah, this sucks because they had one minor scene where he blinked, but it was more of a wink than a blink. So
And then
that's literally the arguments I've seen against No Way Home.
it's really goofy. Like I've seen it with certain internet topics. But sometimes they're right. I sometimes
Yeah,
with certain-
sometimes
with certainties, but I don't know. It bothers me. It really does. The internet bothers me, and in certain cases they are right, but sometimes they're not. I think Halo is an example of that. It's just like, no, there's a serious problem here, but there's other examples like that where it's like, no, this is what it was meant for, and this is good.
It's like you always have to look at something from the creator's perspective, like what were they trying to tell with this, and base it off of how good it is.
Yeah,
from there.
the original Halo CE was supposed to be open world, but they just literally couldn't do it because of hardware limitations, and they kind of succeeded in Infinite, but they had poor decision making skills and just not a team to work on it, and so it kind of fell through a little bit. I think I might have to play through Infinite again, maybe when season 3 drops or whatever, and we can play it so I can at least have a secondary criticism on it. But it's just, I don't know, man. I feel like, I guess we can go more a little bit personal with me, but like when I'm trying to develop these little projects in my head for later, as I've been kind of doing, did I draw last night? I did draw last night. I was, I'm trying to develop my little skills here and there, and I think I'm slowly improving, but it's just like, yeah, but how am I going to do this? And I kind of try to write things down because I saw one Twitter post that kind of clarified my thoughts on it. It's all like, I pray to people, creatives, that write down your idea, see if it's ass. Because the saying, it was better in my head is kind of true. And sometimes you might need a second opinion to say, no, this is ass. It's like that one Family Guy clip where it's like Stewie watering the lawn and Cleveland walks by, and like he has like skinny jeans on, and Stewie goes, Cleveland, I love you, man. Those pants aren't for you. And he's like, I think I just needed to hear it. Like, it's kind of like that. But yeah, I don't know. Gaming's weird. I think we're still looking for that legendary multiplayer
Yeah,
game to come out.
I
And
think
it's not Valorant.
I think the problem has been with games is pretty much most entertainment now is that we've already gotten things that are so great that
our standards are just
our
so fucking
our standards
high.
are super
we need another
high.
we need another Atari fucking up the whole gaming legacy so it dies for like 10 years and then we just get bangers.
Like the fact that people got the Dream Smash Brothers game
And they
are
still hated it.
mad tells me that their standards are so incredibly high. Like Smash Brothers Ultimate, what else could you ask from a Smash Brothers game
You
other than
want me to answer
other
that?
than rollback netcode?
You want me to answer that?
Sure.
Goku.
That is true. However,
It's not a video game character. Fuck you.
mods.
But I want Sakurai's version of
I want
him.
Sakurai's
I don't want a
Goku.
reskin of Ganondorf.
Man. Yeah. But still, like that though. If you're looking at it through just this perspective of what it is,
Oh fuck.
that's a great game.
I lost the marble. It is now back in the couch.
Maybe that's where it belongs.
Maybe.
The couch wanted it back.
It did.
Are you
What
alive?
else will it give me? You alive,
You
couch?
alive?
Transformers couch.
Transformers.
I need another Transformers game. That's another thing too. Fall of Cybertron is 10 years old. And that's another classic for me when I was growing up. I need another good Transformers game.
I think people need to start taking more risks with their ideas in general because we haven't had like a game.
A new IP
Like-
in a while.
Yeah, like how games back in like the GameCube days, I'll say. Should we go back to scary stories?
Is that thunder?
That is thunder.
That was thunder? I
That
thought
is
someone was rolling a
thunder.
garbage. Is that a garbage can or thunder? Or is this about to become a Call of Duty map?
Oh, that's thunder. I can tell you. There ain't no one out there. Didn't know when he. Dante, no!
Is it Dante or what?
No, Dante's just scared under a tree.
Okay, so it was thunder.
That's thunder.
Wow, that was a really good thunder sound.
Oh yeah. You should have been telling scary stories this whole time.
Apparently, we'll save that for October, I guess.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I think that's what my thoughts are. I guess gaming wise, I just, I see people say, but couch code was dumb. You can just go on Discord and hang out with your homies and stuff. But I do want to be on a couch
Yeah.
with the shitty ass TV that's not in 4K with the homie and maybe another guy as I make a sandwich and I'm just all like, so you fucked Jennifer last week as I'm fucking assassinating a grunt
See,
or an elite.
That's
Like,
what
that's
I
what I
miss
wanna do.
so much from games because everything's pushing so far to online that it's like I want to be sitting with the guys.
I don't
and
want to
just-
be antisocial.
Like I really love getting together with a group of people and playing like Mario Party or something because that's how you get full interaction with people. You're feeling the other person's rage in the room.
You make memes. It's just
It's so much what like I get on a developer standpoint that it's like
it's probably
You're
going to
looking
require
at-
a little bit of
you're
things.
looking at, or I guess not developer, but like a company standpoint, you're looking at the stats and you're like, well, more people are going to be more inclined to stay home and this is more convenient for them to have everything online. So let's just prioritize online.
Convenient doesn't mean good.
Exactly.
Nothing. I think nothing. Even if it looks good, it doesn't mean good.
Mm-hmm.
At least personally coming with me because I read my analytics. I try to figure some stuff out, try to improve my quality of videos and just other things in general. But it's like there's the little detail, the niches
Mm-hmm.
that just really fucking pull things together. It's the community. That's another thing too.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna later today or maybe even tomorrow. I don't even know. I'm gonna make a rant video on part 6. It's probably gonna be out by the time this video is, or at least a little bit after. But it's just all like when certain companies fuck up, it's just because they don't care about the interactions between players or community members, and that's the part that fucking sucks.
Mhm.
Humans are very tribalistic, and so once you strip that away for like, I guess we can even bring this in too. So a while back, so this was before you started working in short stay at the hospital. But I had uncovered a YouTube video on VR chat, and it was all like this guy talking to the other VR guy. I think he was just like a dinosaur or something. It was really funny. a furry dinosaur, technically a scaly, if I want to use my internet lingo correctly.
No.
And he was like, yeah, I have really big social anxiety. I cripple. I can't talk to people regularly, and it destroys me. But then the questionnaire is like, well, you're able to talk here. And he's like, yeah, psychologically speaking, I can come on VR chat and just communicate with people and stuff. And it's really different. And I feel like that kind of involves gaming as a whole. It's just that need to talk is just different a little bit. As I use that example, I kind of lost my point there, but it's just like there's just this sense of like I need a game, but I need a game in real time with a homie.
Yeah,
because Discord only does so much for a person.
Yeah, especially if it's like like Discord's lagging or something. Then it takes away
or their shitty
fun.
mic quality.
Yeah,
even though it does remind me of some old COD lobbies.
I mean, it's still the same. Like
and
Discord,
even then, that almost dies too in a sense. I don't hear people in lobbies anymore because of Discord.
Yeah, everybody just uses Discord, and it's pretty much like
there's no incentive. Thank you. Incentive. I can't
incentive to
have
interact with people.
Yeah, it just blows.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the internet does partially solve that, but then like game developers just don't. If game developers wanted to make a banger, a really good banger, casual community-based game like Destiny, even the game sucks ass. The first D1 sucks complete dick. The Reddit and the community, the YouTube community around it, fucking carried hard.
Mm-hmm.
And now look at where it is. They've made a massive amount of money. It's still, I think, in the top 20 or top 10 on Steam concurrently. As like 100K players annually, at least monthly speaking, or weekly or monthly. I can't remember how Steam charts work. And it's doing good. Why? Community. I don't use Reddit very often. I've been using it as of late just for memes or just passing the time while I take a poop. But you know what always consistently shows up online on either the home or popular page? Destiny costumes or something involving Destiny. Why? Community. I'm just saying. It's just this. The way to interact with people is still pretty huge.
When any franchise has
it's raining.
Oh man!
Wait,
we're in the middle of a storm.
That's someone banging on something. But no, it just started raining.
But yeah, anytime something has a very strong community,
it wins.
Like you see with Smash Brothers has a very strong community.
Melee, even though they're smelly, they're work.
Smelly, but they have a strong community. Marvel versus Capcom still has a pretty strong community, even though
the game is literally as old as me.
Yeah,
older.
So it's such an old franchise that hasn't had a game for a few years, but it's still very strong community. It's really, once you can get together with somebody and say, hey, I like this thing, you like this thing, that guy likes this thing.
Let's fucking game, boys.
Then that's when it's successful. Like, hey, you like football team, I like football team. We're all going to come together and watch this football team play. It's like a functioning economy that once you take away one key part of that, the whole thing starts to fall apart.
Yeah, it's just really weird. I had a banger post on Reddit. I got 1,000 upvotes.
Oh, nice.
So I just like to point that out. But it's just really interesting. Oh, there's Burge Bowlby making his cameo.
He's running.
Is it really bad out there?
Dante got struck by lightning.
Shit. Should I go get Wendy's? Should we end it now so we can go?
We could, yeah. We're at a good point.
Yeah. I think overall, it is if you made it this far into the podcast, summarize our ideas. The NFL is ass. It's clearly suspicious.
It's fun, but it kind of sucks.
It's sus. Gaming needs more community.
I think that's everything that we just talked about. They're fun, but some of the stuff kind of sucks.
I gotta go download Destiny before the fucking internet goes crash. I think Cypher's gonna be showing up here in a little bit, or at least in Discord in my house. So I gotta do that. So, want me to do the outro?
Sure. We'll both kind of do a little thing.
Overall, sports are sometimes bad, and this clearly are bad. I think gaming. If you're a passionate game developer, please pursue it. I wanna drink with my buddies while playing a really fun game. whether that be Mario Party or an FPS. For the
Man.
love of God.
I'm
Do it.
fiending for a match of Mario Party or something with the boys.
Feeding for it, bro.
Anything else you had to say?
Stay hydrated. I'm not. I need water. My voice
Yes, we
is...
forgot to drink this whole time. We both have a drink right next to us.
Well, I drank a little bit of the iced tea.
The breast milk.
Ew. Oh, yeah, that too.
Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Follow us on our socials.
Follow us on our socials.
See you next time.
See you next time. Go Titans, baby!